stream had been going for?
It doesn't show it for me.
Well, if you refresh the page, it just shows you the live video, and it's at 6 hours.
Oh, yeah, for me, it just jumped to the next ping, so I missed it. Can you see the players?
Nope, but they're black for me now as well.
Okay. Just so I know that I'm not the only one.
No, they're
And they're back. So it was Songbird into... What's the middle card between the Storm Slime and the Songbird?
That's the Covenant now, still.
Ah, thank you. The glare bothers me so much.
Yeah.
So now we wait for the big boss to tell where we're at.
Yeah, there's a life circle around Aria. I feel... the technical difficulties one still says Ha! You're changing it right now, never mind.
Right, nullifying lantern. To stop the king? Too bad, because this match is actually one of the tenser ones again.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. I think we're back. We're so back. People are not here yet, but we're back.
Yeah, I see the stream. Streamed 4 minutes ago. Funny man.
Started streaming 74 seconds ago. Okay, what happened? Still made, honestly. We got one Storm Slime out for Bob, which means he pulled a little bit life towards him, but we still need some more.
Yep, and Tristan did quite a bit of digging, and he's still digging. We know about one Serval, the Winds in Hand, and the materialization for them was the Nullifying Lantern, while the Slimes went for Guy's... Not... Is it Guy's Grace? The one that you can materialize by banishing for?
Guy's Grace, yeah.
Okay. I always forget the names a bit.
It's, yeah, it does. It's reverted to an old version. Also, Bob's layout is lower again, so I'm sorry that this happened. Nice. And don't forget to put the game overlay with it up again for their stream.
So we can see Tristan turbocharging, digging even deeper. So I assume they're looking for either another fairy or a Zephyr.
Yeah. And what would you need the fairy for? Well, it's even worse then, but
I think the fairy can shoot your own shadow. Or is it you don't? Oh, okay. Then Zephyr it is.
Or Reclaim? Don't know if they play it, but Reclaim.
Oh yeah, we saw one on the broker, but I don't know how many of them are in deck. Yeah, just give him the shadow and then take it back.
Yeah. If you look now at the board of the Sylvie player, you think like, what's happening here? It's like this is not good, but he doesn't seem like he gave up yet.
I mean, 2 storms in its game.
Well, Storm is at 9 already, so
Yeah, it is for a lot.
if you can storm and then escape, that's like if you look at his cards though, you can notice that he's feeling it. Baby Blue gives you a target to draw. That's nice.
And also putting some pressure on board, since Tristan has no way to protect itself.
No.
So small chips will matter throughout this game.
Would you play the Limitless Slime here with the cards in hand?
He can't escape anyway, so might as well, I think.
Right? Just to get the one card deeper in.
And also it's a body. It pushes for 2 again. It just keeps adding up. I think it's
Right.
going to be important throughout this match.
Pride, right? Or is this one not Pride? No, it does not have Pride. Great. That's damage.
Yeah, but it doesn't get buff counters. That's what you lose out on. But in case your opponent kills it, you just get a float. And I think that helps.
Would you be able to get the freestone skill out?
Yep. And that's even more digging.
I think the Tristan needs to win this turn, otherwise it's Bob's game.
Depends on what he can get. We don't know if he has finishers yet. Because Tristan can just still clear the board entirely still. And say, kill me if you can.
Yeah, but if he does kill the Limitless Slime, you can dig so deep with Stone Skill Band.
Yeah, but letting Limitless survive doesn't mean game yet.
True.
It's 2 out of 8 that he needs to do, but can he get the other 6? Well, 1 with the staff, that helps a lot, but not sure if it's enough long term. Oh, fumes. And that means the shadow's gone, so no more Covenant. Does he have it to finish the game? I think you're happy here when you see a Surveil.
Oh no, was that at the end of their... Oh, that wasn't the end of Sylvie's turn, wasn't it?
That was in the beginning of the recollection, so that's game.
Yeah, that's game. Boy, that's rough.
And this was game 1, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me check stream, or did Bob won the first one?
I think this is the first one.
Game 2. Sylvie rushed down game 1, yeah.
Ah, okay. So we still have a game 3.
We have a game 3 with only 15 minutes on the clock. Also, just to bully myself or ourselves further, do we know if top cut is timed?
I think Aria learned with the previous regionals that it should be, but he'll have to say it, well, or does.
We don't even know if there's top cut. Oh,
We're assuming there's top cut. I think it would be good to have it.
I think it would be fun to have it. On the other end, it would be fun to be done earlier, but on the other end,
That's the peak way to get viewers, just have top cut, because then all the participants want to see.
definitely. Quite sad that the big man from the devs never reacted.
I mean, we have some other problems with them as well. He still owes us a playmat for the previous regionals.
Aria, we want to get paid.
no, Slither owes us one. Because Aria didn't get the full price support that time.
Mm. Yeah, that was an intense game though. Like the Dusklight, that was insane.
Yeah, both players had very good stall pieces, but then the
Yeah.
first one who finds the answer just pops off.
Would be very funny to see Slimes play a Dusklight Communion with a random Astra card to get rid of the other Dusklight Communion.
I think you play an Umbra card as well for the mirror match. But you need Tamer outside of your normal element cards for that. Okay,
Yeah.
Blissful. Finding a Storm.
That's always good to know to have it in advance. Also puts a little bit more pressure on the Tristan.
Yeah, but not having a cake or a baby hurts, I think.
True.
Because Tristan can't punish you for having allies while they're on Spirit, so no agility triggers. And the later you deploy, the more likely that it's just gonna get sudded. Okay. The pretty pinwheel is back, or they just have multiples.
Let's see. They do have multiples. Wow.
That is a flex. So Slime's just back up and hoping to draw into something early, I guess. I don't know what their hand is like. But are you capable of taking time off for a backup in this matchup?
I'm not sure.
Because the longer you play, the more likely that Dustlike is, and also the eventual kill with Shadow Strike.
I think you should have just gone straight for the level 1 and just keep powering through.
Why did the windmill not attack the previous turn?
Because if he was being nice,
No, Yoroi is at the incorrect life total. I mean, his phone is wrong,
oh yeah,
while Bob's is correct.
seems like it, yeah.
Here's the proof of multiple store champs.
That's insane, though. Honestly,
I
curious
wish
if
I
he
had.
won them.
Could be possible. I wish I had one.
Wish I played in the store champions recently. I played in one.
We just had two
Started.
slimes in top 4.
Like I admit, if I'd be playing in a store champions, I would probably be playing slimes.
It is the deck to go with for this meta, I think.
Yeah.
But we'll see if there's any major shifts with the next set.
I hope so.
I think
I really hope so.
I think Jhin with its survivability might push some decks out of the meta.
I wouldn't mind seeing all the allied decks switching to Jhin and Lorraine and Merlin staying their specialized decks. Like Merlin going back to the Hearth, Lorraine just sticking to Ascensions and stuff. A little bit more, quote unquote, what they were made to do.
I think Ascension is a bit too slow right now, and too much of a gamble against Slimes. Because either you hit everything or you hit nothing.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It'd be cool to have Ferrari back, but Dungeon Guide wording has been reworked with the level up mechanic, so never again. Is his hand just advanced elements and that one Dungeon Guide?
Might be.
Because that's all that he's banished, and I think he's at 3 slimes?
Yep.
No, at 2. Okay. So that's a Shadow Strike gone? Let's see what Tristan can do here. Because they can push 5 on board, so they only need 14 left. While Slimes need 19. Chat still being excited about Bob, I see.
Yeah, but Bob keeps being the fan favorite. Like we should, if he goes to Top Cut, we should really get him in another stream there, just for our viewer retention.
Top 8, we just follow Bob. When he loses, it's over.
One sec, little technical difficulties on my part.
No problem. Tristan just slowly pushing damage out while trying to get a hand. But they are at 3 prep counters, so if they run Slice and Dice, that's 9 damage out of nowhere. Maybe more, if they can materialize something. If nothing else, it's preparation for the next turn. But let's see what Bob puts out. So the ears. Now he's covered in case another Dusksky hits the board. And the second attempt, not the Dungeon Guide.
Oh, he brought in the ears. That's great.
Yeah.
Good
Read
thinking.
the writing on the wall and decided not to hit it with his head.
Kind of curious if Yoroi was able to predict that, just like the easy out, and as such just didn't bring the Dusklight.
Maybe. Also, depending if they check the time, knowing that they have about 15 minutes to 20 for the game, to just not run the Dusklight and maybe make your deck a bit more consistent and aggressive.
Yeah.
One to face, okay. Not answering either of the windmills. Because they've done the most damage this game. And based on this stream, their value is just going up. I saw your quote in chat that the ears were sided in, I believe. At least based on the first materialization that Aria told us about. Well, the material deck, because there's no ears in the original build. So the greedy version of the slimes. So it's back to Tristan to see if they can somehow make a push on the board. Because slimes can just naturally level now, and if they have a good hand, it could be enough. So something for 2, 3. Is it a Sadi? A dungeon guide? No, it's a Dream Fairy. Really not letting him level with the dungeon guide ever.
That feels really bad though, because I need to level hard if you want to make use of your full suit.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Dream Fairying the dungeon guide was the correct call when Sylvie's already on 2.
As it turns out, the round timer is not correct.
Oh, then how much time do we have left?
We are in turns.
Okay. Then I think this is gonna be a draw.
I think so as well. So that's 4. They are only 2.
And Tristan would need to somehow dungeon guide Mastermind Scheme into Shadow Strike. While Sylvie needs to make 18 damage, I think.
Yeah. No, this is already. We need 17 damage right now. 11.
Oh, another storm.
Oh. Hold up.
Digging for that stifling. I think that's 2 down.
Yep. There we go. That's 1 more.
Yeah, now it depends on the draw.
They're going 2 more down. 1 more down.
Songbird. Yeah, but if he hits it, it's enough for game.
Oh, ethereal.
It was more likely, but still.
Yeah.
Could have
Can
been
still
just...
play out the ethereal. He just has it.
You absolute troll.
Do we know where the fourth Storm Slime is? Do we know if it's in Banish?
I think it's in the deck.
Okay,
Oh, Tristan was at 2, not at 1. Okay.
I think Tristan needs to either blow him out right now, or Sylvie will Covenant one of the spirits, and then Tristan needs to return all the allies back to hand, including the Storm Slimes, which will be rough.
Yeah, I think his way to finish this game is a Shadow Strike.
Yeah.
That's 2. Shadow Strike.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Bob loses the match.
Yeah. Blame it
That's
on chat,
2-1.
you didn't cheer hard enough.
Nope. Eddie, you're wrong. Bob doesn't always have it. So we were all cheering so much for Bob.
And it wasn't enough. Shadow Strike just crept from around the corner.
Yeah.
So now it's one more round, and then depending on the players.
Yes. Yes, let's move to intermission. Dawes will fix stuff, and then we'll be back for the next round.
Yeah, let's fix the layouts.
Yes. Good luck, Dawes.
promos.
Okay, we are dropped right into the game. It seems so. We got a Nico player against a Tony player.
Yep.
The
we
Tony
have
player
right
we've seen before. It's the Fire Tony one. The one that was very explosive. And we're already 10 damage on the Nico player. We got somebody yelling for red as they're one room away from them. So we got some supporters here again. Doss, if you can find out what promo that is again. We are dumb.
Yeah, I don't know all the promos by heart.
No, me neither. I can have a guess based on the stat line and stuff.
What is the stat line?
My index is not working. Okay, it says we would be live a minute ago, but I don't see it yet. But maybe
Trained sharpshooter. Okay.
my index is down.
Yeah, he says it's the trained sharpshooter, so the range to 1.
My internet just drops, like, almost gone. Oh no. Can
It's
you
an
still
aspect
hear me
pack.
properly, or am I a robot?
I can hear you normally. No changes.
Okay, great. It just suddenly dropped to like 500 ping.
Oh. I'm
sorry, I freaked out, but indeed, I already thought it would be trained sharpshooter.
I was guessing if it's Honorable Vanguard, because it has a similar art, but this is a bit darker. So just a generic free costed to free, just putting in work.
Yeah.
So Nico not presenting much damage this game yet, but having a buffed Frostborn always helps. We'll see how the Tenoris will adapt to that blocker, well, Interceptor.
See, it's now up to the Tony's turn, so see what they're gonna drop down on us. We've seen normally a very aggressive game from them, but no hasty inside or anything yet.
Yeah, but we can see a heavy swing in their drop, so that's a first for us. And if I see this right, we're still at 22 watchers. Okay, not bad, considering how late it is, and
We dropped a little bit after the reset.
Yeah, that, and most of the players who aren't playing right now probably went for lunch.
Yeah.
Because it has been a long event with shorter breaks. The longest one was 15 minutes, I think.
No, we got a bigger break in between round 4, after round 4.
Yeah, wasn't that
we
like 15 to 20 minutes?
Yeah, maybe a bit longer for the players, as we also had Aria in our interview. We do see a nice aggressive drop here from Red with the Arthur.
And he's immortal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was reading something, so I wasn't seeing the stream.
He did not attack with it, but just rested it for immortality.
But he still needs to answer that frost one somehow.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused because I think he could have. No, Frostborn is too big. It's always just a little bit too big.
Yeah, the buff counter helps a lot. So Nico slowly taking the tempo away from the aggro deck. Oh, reprogram on the attack. Let's see how that works out. Ouch. So losing the float and the ally. Not a good turnout for Tenoris.
No.
And Nico having a more dominant board state can now take it a little bit easier, but just slamming is always good. That was a naturally picked 5 cards. Very nice.
Yeah, I think they've been playing it for a while then. It looks like the face down card is a self-fracturized card.
My guess would be a power cell.
Probably.
Okay, Bulwark Sword, probably trying to answer that Frost War now. Even though you are only 10 away from default, so...
Can go very fast, as we have seen in the first game. First match of today.
How many cards does he have in hand?
A lot, but 8-ish, 7, 8.
Because he can Blazing Charge, use Bulwark, and then that's 8 damage, and you push for the 10 using your Arthur, forcing them into a Spirit release, and then they have to level to Nico. But I'm not sure if you're just dead when they crack back at you. And also both players sporting foil Tenoris levels 1, which is nice to see.
Here's it. We'll keep up if we go to the higher levels. So then Nico and it's only level 2.
But Nico, we know about 1 float. I'm not sure if they need to use their hand to level, which does give you some leeway. Oh, they cracked the tariff. Never mind. Blazing Charge plays off the table.
Yeah.
Just killing Frostthorn, I think it's correct in this case.
I think so too. It's a bit of a slower game. Maybe it's the Nico side versus the aggro that slows it down a bit.
Yeah, Tariff having a spirit, all of that hurts, because once they're at level 1, they effectively have 26 HP.
Yeah.
So you can just go burst.
Do we know how many floating is in Nico's bin? I don't think so, right?
I think they're out of it, because they used to keep it on top, and now there's just a slam over there. So
I
a
got a
tariff
tariff
for a
response.
tariff.
Sneaky little hit in with the Arthur.
Oh, diffusive. So they're 1 float away from a ravishing if you need that. But it's a bit early to kill with it, I think, because Tenoris hasn't drawn that many cards this game.
No, but it would also just equate to a nice amount of damage. And it's not hard to get floating in the bin as Nico, of course.
Yeah, but they'd just be at 14 then, which is still 6 to go, and I think using such a card to just present a threat isn't good enough in this matchup, especially when Fire can just burst you down.
Still have some cards in hand that can act as a direction here.
I think Song of Frost is the most painful thing they can show you.
Would love to see something like an end phase Fracturize the Terror Ring.
Tenor is playing Blazing.
Yep.
But they don't have enough to pay for the Bulwark Sword as well. So take 5, going to 18. So 14 to go.
Yeah. Looks like some counting is happening.
Yeah, I think he's considering how much of a problem that tariff is. Because it stops you from going the safe play, which is just get a lash, hit them with it.
Yeah.
And both of the players are 3-1-1, so I think the one who wins is in top 8, and the other one
No.
probably not. Because we did have some IDs this and the previous round, so a few players are already in a secure spot. And I don't think we have anybody at 5-0, or do we?
Let me double check for you. Because of the IDs, we do not.
Makes sense, since 4 is the magic number here.
Yeah. Ranking of Scepter.
Yeah, just draw cards. That works. But are those cards enough to do it? Because here Tenoris has some consistent pressure, but not many cards in hand. While Nico's board is just resources and a lot of cards in hand.
They just passed. Must mean they have some interaction.
I think they're holding on to a Storm of Thorns. Because that takes 1 chip damage away from every swing. Does 1 back. It's one of the options. Others are just Frostbind, Songs of Frost, Decrease. And yeah, Hammer suddenly becomes a negative if Nico can somehow prevent some of that damage.
It definitely would be.
And going to 9 isn't exactly safe. Sorry, going to 11 isn't exactly being safe, especially with slams.
Wrecking the spirit here already?
I think it's better to crack it early than to hold on to it in this scenario. Especially if they play any sort of non-attack damage.
Yeah. And the Song of Thorns. Storm of Thorns.
Yeah. Good play. Now Tenoris can't Blazing Charge that easily.
For steal.
Okay. Tenor is playing a temper steel to protect his bulwark sword for a few more turns.
He's gonna use it to attack into it now.
We'll see. He does have the hammer, but again, going to 11, not exactly the safest spot. While Nico just confidently shows him his hand.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that's an attack using bulwark. And taking one from the storm. Wait, wasn't the Tenoris player at 8?
I believe he was at 16. Or did they press wrong? I'm a little confused now as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I fixed it already.
Yeah, the Tenoris player was at 8
Yeah.
before. It was 8 and 15. I think they rolled back to... Yeah, he's pressing the wrong side from the storm.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, as long as they notice it, no problem done. Well, no harm done, and no problem there. It would be pretty nice if you could recover on your opponent's storm.
Mage Bane.
And Tenoris 3 cards in hand and 5 away from lethal, if I see right.
North, yes.
So a lash attack and the refracting would do it, or any other 2 damage from somewhere. That is a freezing hell.
Oh, I think I'm behind. I'm so sorry.
Where are you watching?
He just dropped the freezing hill.
Ah,
Oh, the
okay.
finale. Finale? Yeah.
Yeah, now it's the finale. Before in Recollection, he cracked freezing hell to do 2 damage to set him from 9 to 11, and then just finale for lethal.
So my internet seems to be a little bit upset sometimes. So sometimes I'm not sure if I'm behind or not. Or
No problem. Could be the other way as well sometimes. So
yeah.
and I'm primarily using the Discord stream, not the YouTube
Yeah,
one.
same.
Okay. Because in that one, they're just picking out their cards right now.
Yeah, I see that. I think I'm just caught up. It just looked weird. I'm heading to the toilet real quick while they shuffle up.
Yeah, I think they're gonna sideboard a little bit. At least Nico seems to be doing so. So Nico going into game 2 a bit more confidently with 1 win under the belt. 1 step closer to finishing it, while Tenoris needs to win 2 at this point. Okay, they cut their decks, and Tenoris going first. Oh, there's the Tarfor opening. Let's see what Nico can do about it.
So we got the Arthur start again.
Yeah, feels good. And Nico just glimpsing. Keeping 2, bottoming 4.
Keeping only 2, that's rough.
I mean, if they're really good, why not? Plus, you need to deal with an Arthur. Fractal.
Right to start. Nullifying.
Yeah, good way to take the edge off of those slams.
Slimes.
Slams.
Slabs. Are the slimes? Are we watching the same game?
Oh no, we're on the same one, but Icebound tracks, and with Lantern, you cover yourself a bit more. And Water not having direct answer for it also helps a lot. That's an aggressive hand.
They do say that Nullifying Lantern is actually not that great, as you do spend your turn bringing it out. But I feel like in such an aggressive deck, you don't really need something else at that point.
I think forcing Nico to play the control deck in this scenario helps you a lot.
Yeah.
And them not leveling also. Because now Tenoris has, that's 5 damage on board. So pushing him to 11 if he doesn't kill anything.
Mm.
And then he just needs to find 4 from somewhere else. Oh, that's a foil GCR. I didn't notice that the first game.
Oh, that's spicy, honestly. I switched to my mobile data for a bit, because my internet was indeed not having fun.
And that refracting missile. Okay. I think that's 1 plus the amount of fractals, right? Or is it just the amount of fractals?
Amount of fractals plus 1.
Okay, then. Where did the refracting go? Oh, another Arthur. Okay. So leveling to 1 to be a bit safer, but still not in the clear.
Oh, is that a second finale? Just gone.
Yeah, and also a big recover spell. Tenor is also not needing to crack his GCR and just leaving it for later. So I can see a Lost in Thought in that hand. I think there's another Refracting as well.
Definitely help with some of this. Yep.
Yep.
There we go.
So players should really be careful about how forward they move their hands. So yeah, you were saying what will help?
Well, another refracting would definitely help with the board state, or against the board state of Sony. There we have the nice little guilds again.
And no Frostbind to answer it.
Bringing Nico to a nice and unhealthy 16 damage.
I think Nico can recover with the Spirit and all, and they have a Lost in Thought in hand to recover a bit of their hand, but that Viridian is stopping them by a lot, especially if they want to take a slower pace in this game. So I think I saw Lost in Thought and the Diffusive block.
I'm not sure if they did this pre-rank. They did not, did they? They did.
This should be before, yeah, since they're milling just now. I'm really interested in what's under that grail.
Yeah, me too.
Is
And
it
they
another
passed.
counterplay, or is it something else? Because you can play a Frostbind and set your cards down that way to crack the grill and pay the cost for the orb. But quite early committing to it is a bit weird, at least for me.
Hmm.
No, a shield, okay.
That's going to get a little bit harder, yeah. But that's a nice one to bring out on fast speed, definitely.
And the storm, okay, so preventing 2 damage.
Oh, they need to pay more. Or did they? Oh, they did with the fractals, okay.
Yeah, fractals put in their work once they're made. That's where they're so good.
Yep.
Plus the missiles hitting random things and just answering your problems.
Ah, this is my data, thank you.
Is that a decree? Yeah, 3 damage to the Nordish, draw a card. Balance Guild does. Wait, no, because you draw.
Searching bolts, not decree. As DOS pointed out.
Right, there's other imbue cards as well.
That's even 4, I believe. Searching Bull is deal 3, but if imbued, deal 4.
Yeah, that's pushing a lot of damage. But still, Storm and Shield doing their work. Leaving them at 18.
And a diffusive block as well.
That is just resilience.
Did they pay 3 for it?
They need to pay 2 for it.
Yeah, and
Discount because of the shield.
yeah, and also Viridian.
Yeah, I think they paid the cost. Yeah, they paid 3. They had 5 in memory, 3 for this, 2 for paying for Viridian from the Storm, and 2 from the Fractals for the Storm.
Okay, let's see how they can do you then.
They're back to trying to not to die, but Nori is resisting on that spirit. I think they might have to level eventually, otherwise Nico might just come from around the corner and one-shot.
They're paying more on their turn, paying more on their own turn.
Yeah, you just slowly want to squeeze them out. But if they can't balance Gildas, they don't have a lot of pressure on board. The shield does so much work against any aggro deck. My squirrels suddenly miss everything.
Another trained sharpshooter.
Yeah, balancing Gildas. So that's presenting 3, and then they can go for 1 more with the sharpshooter and 2 more with the sword.
Crack the spirit to go back a 6 more.
Oh, we're back above 30 viewers.
Nice. I think people's matches are rounding up then.
Yeah, and the ones who split probably looking what their competition might look like if they're playing.
Probably.
So another Lumina crack for the draw. But that lantern is really stopping Nico from their game plan.
Wow. They're choosing the hammer.
No, the Viridian.
Oh, Viridian, yeah. Sorry, I really
Yeah.
lost hammer.
Previous game.
Yeah. The 8 hours of casting is getting to me. I get why it sends the stuff to switch off.
Yeah, they're slowly melting together, especially if you see the same decks or similar decks matching.
Yeah.
I've also fallen asleep a few times.
Don't admit that.
They can hear me when I blank.
Mm.
Yeah, leveling to 1, I think it just makes you feel a lot safer here, especially being at 0. So, poking for 1. But how many cards do they have in hand?
Nico, quite a bit.
And the Tenoris, I can't see with the black sleeves.
Think about 4 or 5.
Okay, 5, they can balance Gildas with a 2-drop for... Oof. Oh, wait, at 5 they can play a 3-drop and use the Fractal and still be balanced.
True.
I think if they have it, that's the way to go. Just keep Gildas hitting.
Especially if you are not used to using fractals, then it's always a bit hard to keep in mind that that's an option.
Yeah, I remember one of the Ascents, I think, the top slot, the player forgot he had 2 Fractals and didn't pay for Frostbind and lost because of that.
Oh,
It was painful to watch. Fire Diana versus Lorraine Water Allies. He taser shot locked them on their spirit and they were like, okay.
yeah, that's fun matches.
I think he might have 6 cards in hand and that's why he can't balance Gildas. Oh. Blazing. Or just sword usage. Sword.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I think he has 3 more in hand now.
Yeah, cause that makes balancing Gildas a lot harder, especially in the future turns. So maybe you want to go with a turn where you commit very little to the board, just so you get back to a healthy card count, and then try to go from there. But just leveling and bonking with sword also is an option next turn. Assuming they have a level 2.
I think we saw it before, right?
I don't remember.
Again, they kind of blend together.
And we all know Tenoris level 2 is Nico.
That would be hilarious if we'd see the Fire Tony just suddenly level into Nico.
Secretly a hybrid build pulls out Lash, starts beating people.
Yeah, just level up into Nico, Ravishing Finale. Nobody will see it coming. Lost in Thought for 2.
Yeah. Not a bad play here. Because you can go into Lash, get the 5 counters, and then you're presenting a big swing again. But I think still a bit too early for a mill out.
Especially as Tony's on 0.
Maybe they have something. There are players who went 3-1-1 so far.
Maybe we should just, seeing as the guessing is weighing on us, we should just bribe the top 8.
I think we don't need to bribe them. I think they're gonna do this on their own.
Snow Fairy.
What does it lock? So first blood for Nico. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 materializes at least.
Wait, what does it block? The Gildas. Okay. I was about to say, like, huh? It locked nothing? And it has 6 buff counters now?
Big Gildas. I think it's the safest target since the other two can only push 1 damage through the shield.
Yeah.
Plus you have the tariff option. So basically making their turn very few little pokes. Okay, broadsword.
That's a bit more damage.
Yeah, but they still have their spirit, I think.
No, they already cracked that.
Oh, they cracked it. Then
Yes.
this is looking a lot better for Tanoris.
Because he's now threatening 3-4 damage.
Depends on the tariff crack.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he should.
I think he must. Okay, because if he didn't, you'd just go lurking broadsword. And that's 4 damage.
Yeah. And he needs 5.
Oh, missile. And that's enough to set up for ravishing.
Oh.
A bit too early for it.
Nah, there's 1 damage counter, that's enough. Trust.
I mean, if he can get another one with a lash, maybe. Because that would put you at 7. Yeah, dealing 13. Still looking at the drop, hoping for more float, but it's never there. And YouTube chat has really died down since Bob left.
Yeah.
Looks
Everybody
like we
put all
lost.
the energy into Bob, and now they're like, nah, it's not Bob.
I invested myself into something and it failed. Time to quit.
Bob 3 tables, indeed, I did.
Yeah, once you're 400,
We have
you're just
40
safe.
viewers.
Oh,
And we're just here being dead.
yeah, it has been a few hours. So, and I always look at the subscriber count, not the viewer count. So it's like, it's 29, it's okay.
No. I think this is actual the
Yeah, I see it,
actual
but
viewer count.
the number above it is subscribers, and
Yeah.
Brain says first number, correct number, and I just go for that. So Nico committing a lost in thought.
That's a nice amount of lash counters there.
Yeah. And in case of ravishing, it's only gonna go up. And of course, there's viewers. It's the final match of the day, potentially. They need to see who's fighting for till the end. Because one of these players is in top.
So looking at the other tables, interesting. I think they're both feeling the nerves of it being the last match before top cut.
Yeah, and it's a win and in. And if you don't make it, you're just out.
Yeah.
So not the best feeling. And also, stream. Oh no, he's counting his deck. I know it's a fair question, how many cards do you have left, but it's so annoying to actually do it.
Yeah. Almost faster. Just counts the cards that are not in your deck. Sometimes.
Yeah, but that way you managed to realize you played against a Tristan, they stole 4 of your cards, they're gone forever now.
Yeah. But I don't think a Tristan is gonna ask you how many cards in deck.
Lost in fighting for 1, really digging for something.
I don't think they have the ravishing then. Yeah.
They don't have the float for the ravishing anymore. So not sure what exactly their aim is. I think Tonoris is digging for the bolts, because those are harder to stop. But not sure what Nico is looking at. Well, I missed their entire hand.
Lost in thought for 5 and then into Typhus is rough.
I see a slam, but I don't think that's the correct way to go now. Because that's just... Oh, but you can combine into your lash and do some damage that way. See, they have a Song in Frost, at least one of them.
That's some cards down. Oh, they're just counting, I guess.
Just passing. Okay. So if they have 2 Songs of Frost, I don't think they can die. Well, unless Tonoris manages to do double bolt. But that's a bit hard.
Backup charger now, still.
So many utility pieces in between that I don't think he had time. Because going for early nullifying helps a lot. Because then he can slam you for 8 and threaten you.
And Claymore will never work.
Yeah. So taking off a lot of pressure of yourself and limiting your opponent, I think it's a solid choice. Viridian also, if you see that the player is a bit more of a control-ish type. Oh, another storm. This turn is another dud.
Yep.
Because he can push 1 damage and take 1, but I don't think it's worth it. But that would open him up to a bolt for next turn.
And it's all we need is 1 bolt. No, we don't. 1 bolt is not even enough because of the shield.
This turn 1 bolt is 2 damage. Next turn it's gonna be 3. So if he manages to push 1 damage somehow, it gets you in kill range. I think that's a decree, right?
Yep, it is. So think a draw and 2 damage on this fairy.
Yeah, that should be the way to go. Because pushing one with it isn't worth it. But what does Nico have to say about it?
Oh, Song of Storms, of course, protects all your units, so it only does 1 damage on the fairy.
Oh. That's
So
a big blunder.
I also always forget that. Oh, they're responding to the storm. Yeah, they killed the fairy. Nice.
Yeah.
Good call, Dawes. Thank you.
Yeah, not hearing what they talk about sometimes takes out a lot of context of what's going on.
Yeah.
And with the plays being so slow, sometimes you're not sure what step we're at. We had a similar problem early in the game with the tariff.
But this means they got to do 2 damage to the fairy, but also 2 damage to Nico.
Yeah.
Because it was before the Song of Frost.
I don't see the life total, so I'm not sure if they noted it down correctly.
It's either they noted down 22 or 23. It's very hard to read from here.
Yeah, it's exactly, did they do an oopsie or not? Because we had some questions about life totals the previous game.
If you could just move his phone a little bit down.
Or that life wheel on Nico's table grows by a lot.
Yes. Oh, we're tapping the fractal. 1. Charge.
Blazing, yeah, but I think he has Songs of Frost, so shouldn't go through.
Yeah, Dawes, pick up the phone. Do it. Move it. Just change the layout.
Just hack his webcam and move it. You're the IT guy here.
Hacker Dawes, confirmed. And there's the Song of Frost.
Yep. That's why I was confused why the sword is going away. Because loss of durability is part of damage calculation, so for the song, it doesn't kill.
Nope.
Nor the player, nor the sword. But resting the champion is part of the cost, so he can't attack again.
Sure.
In case if somebody doesn't know exactly what happened.
There's 2, 6. Next turn he has 7 cards on hand. So 3 Double Bellas Gildas.
If he gets to a next turn.
No,
Because he
he has
just played
8.
he just
He has
played
8
the
cards.
orb, so I think Nico is going for the win.
Yeah, and even if he gets next turn, he gets 8 cards on hand because 1 was on the Chilling Touch.
Oh.
Fracture Ice.
Power Soul? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just wants float. Oh, now he gave floating to his opponent, so if he doesn't kill him, Loris can level to 2 and go with Broadsword for the win. Oh, great sword.
Nope. That's it. That's the finale.
It took a minute.
It took a minute, but now you have a game.
So, how much time do we have till the end of the event?
Not that much. Round started at 4:30, so 5 minutes ago. I think we're in turns, actually. We were in turns.
Okay, just so we know how to prepare and what to do.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just say stand by for DAWs and
Yeah, and one decode null paid confirmed, at least.
a little intermission. Yeah, sure.
Always.
Oh, that's fine. Just big us when we need to be back.
I think we need a break anyway, so the players decide if they play top 8 or not.
Yeah.
And then depending on that, we see if we have a closing statement or if we keep talking for the next 3 to 4 hours.
Would you have a preference?
I'd like to go eat my breakfast now, please.
Intermission is a go. I'm gonna